Good morning from the deserts of Southern California. We just woke up from our first night in our rooftop tent here. We're having a little breakfast of oatmeal. Didn't do the greatest job getting the car level this time. I don't know if that comes across on camera, but regardless, it was a glorious night's sleep. We're just having a little bit of breakfast, and then we're going to get started. You ready for probably your longest day of off-trail hiking so far?
I'm concerned.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine. So the plan for this morning is we're gonna finish getting some breakfast, get the tent and everything broken down. And we're gonna drive a little ways down the road, and we're gonna be hiking a pretty far way off trail into the open desert. The reason being is I came across pictures of a few arches online that I would very much like to see. The primary one being called Ojo Oro, which is Spanish for golden eye. And I can only find 2 or 3 people that have, well, at least posted these online. I'm sure more have been to them, but certainly can't find anything in the realm of a location for them. I'm pretty confident I have the right general area. We're gonna hike out there, see what we can find, and maybe we'll get lucky. What else are we gonna go see today?
There's a track.
Yes, there's a old pickup truck buried in the sand. That one I'm positive where it is because I found it on satellite. Let's quit dilly-dallying, finish our oatmeal, and get on the trail. So we've got our hike underway. To start off with here, we actually have a pretty nice, easy to follow, like 4x4 track here, which I wasn't expecting to have this far in, so that's nice. Unfortunately, I was able to find this on satellite imagery, and it is veering us off track of where we need to be here shortly. So I'm gonna have to jump off here very soon. We officially reached the point where it was time to say goodbye to our nice, easy road walk. But honestly, this isn't too much harder. A little more uneven, a little rockier. Gotta watch out for plants and things, but overall, pretty easy walk. We should be able to more or less just follow a straight line right out to our first stop, which is an old truck that's buried in the sand out here. How are we doing so far?
Get little soft spots where the water runs through.
Yeah. Pretty easy so far?
Yeah. Nice wind.
Nice.
I'm happy.
As we're walking through here, there's lots of nice rock out here. Lots of like nice chunks of quartz and stuff out here. All kinds of really pretty shiny rocks. There's some stuff that almost looks like marble. I don't know if that's actually what it is. I'm not a geologist. What do you think of the rocks?
They're pretty. I want to take them, but national park, so.
There you have it. They're pretty. That's all you need to know. I don't know how well you can spot it in the GoPro because it's kind of wide, but our target is right there. Ready to go see it?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. It's just, as you're about to see, is an old pickup truck buried in the sand out here in this wash. And I mean, we are roughly 2 miles from the nearest road, straight line. So I have no idea how in the world this thing got out here. I've seen 1 or maybe 2 people post pictures of this online. As far as I know, no one really knows the story of this old truck. It's just buried out here in a very, very, very remote corner of Joshua Tree National Park. Like basically nobody comes out here. Yeah, so here it is. It's an old F-150 just buried out here in the sand. Like I said, we are miles from any road or even like established 4x4 track. So I have no idea how this thing got out here. You can see some people have shot it up pretty good, but here's the inside. Definitely an interesting sight to come across, just out here in the middle of the desert. So we're gonna kind of hang out here for a little bit, take a short little break, take some pictures and stuff, obviously. But then after that, well, the path is not clearly defined. We're looking for Oho Oro and another arch called Anteater. That's actually the one I really want to find. There's also a few others out here I know of, like Vampire Arch, Mystery Arch. If we find those, I will be elated. We'll see. Maybe we'll find some other arches, who knows. Krystal's down there kind of hanging out in a cave right now. And I decided to climb up here to a little bit higher vantage point, kind of get a lay of the land. I think I want to go to the next kind of ridge line of rocks over and do basically what I just did, climb up, get a lay of the land. Don't see anything obvious right now. I did find a very small arch over here. I'll try to show it to you. I know it won't look like it probably on the camera, but this right here is a really small arch. Definitely not worth shooting. What'd you find?
I believe I found a window.
Let's go check it out. I believe she did indeed find a window. Kind of a cool little like pillar window here. Goes through. It's even got like a little hole on top there. Kind of neat. Definitely cool, but not quite what we're looking for just yet. There's another really little arch right there. I think you can just see the light poking through. But again, definitely not what I'm looking for. So what we're doing is we found kind of a, I guess a wash through this boulder field. We're just gonna take that out to the end and we're gonna hook around and hike back in to the area I think Oho Oro might be in. And that bush had spikes. Everything out here in the desert has spikes. Okay, I know I said I would quit showing you random holes, but this one's kind of cool. I'd show you. He's small. I mean, for reference, there's my hand. But he's kind of cool. He's got like that delicate little piece in there. Krystal's waving frantically. I already know what she's pointing out, but
I think that's a window, huh?
yeah, she's pointing out the window that I saw. You can see I set my pack right in front of it. But yeah, that little guy right there. So we're headed roughly this direction. I know Oho Oro's out there somewhere. Taking a little break, having some snacks, drinking some water. It's getting pretty warm out. I mean, it's not too bad. It's like probably 70-ish degrees. But I mean, you're just in the open desert, so you know, it feels pretty hot. Definitely not unbearable. But while Krystal was having a little snack there, I decided to climb around up here, and I am pretty darn sure I have spotted Oho Oro. I'd really like to find the Anteater as well. That's the one I'd really, really like to see. But, you know, nothing else. We've got the old truck. We've got Oho Oro, I think. We'll find out here soon. So definitely not a wasted trip. And this landscape out here is just absolutely breathtaking. Here, I'll take you out here and give you a little look. I mean, you can just see, as far as the eye can see, there could be arches just everywhere in here. I can see one way off in the distance that I think is an arch. Could be a false arch, but I think it might actually be Vampire Arch. Okay, break time's over. Krystal's headed to it, but that, like right there, I am about 99.999999% sure that is Oho Oro Arch. Also called Golden Eye Arch, the English translation. I present to you Oho Oro Arch. I can say pretty confidently, well, I can say with certainty that not very many people have documented this and put it online, but I can say pretty confidently that probably not that many people have even been to this. I'm not gonna lie, I was really doubting whether or not I'd actually find this today. I knew I was in the right general vicinity, but I was feeling a little bit defeated looking out amongst the just endless boulder fields. I think Anteater's gonna be nearby. I know it's nearby. So the story behind this is I found a guy's blog that does a lot of off-trail hiking here in Joshua Tree. I'll link it down below. It really is a good blog, a lot of cool stuff on it. And I had seen references to this arch on it, and obviously, being an arch fanatic, I wanted to see it. So I spent more time than I care to admit obsessing over it, kind of lining stuff up on Google Earth and getting a rough idea of where it was. But anyway, the point to that was he did a blog post where he visited this arch around sunset, and he shot this arch around sunset as well as Anteater. And based off of the light and the way it fades, you can tell that it cannot be very far away. So here he is, Oho Oro Arch. He's not super big. It's got that cool little window, and the framing of the mountains through here is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just looking around because I'm seeing like all kinds of little windows. In fact, I think I see another little arch out there. I might scurry around out there and take a look. And just for some perspective, here's what it looks like from the other side. So, if you can see my backpack in there, it's not a giant arch by any means. But he is cool. I like the shape, particularly from the other side, that little alcove under it. Okay, so I've kind of climbed up on this sort of high point here. And I've noticed a few interesting things here, just kind of looking around. So number one, that rock right there. That looks remarkably like Java rock to me, which is another thing I had marked out here that I wouldn't mind finding. I thought that alcove on the top, ooh, better be careful there. I thought that alcove up on the top might have been an arch from pictures I had seen. I don't think that's the case anymore. The other thing I'm noticing, and I kind of doubt you'll even see this in the GoPro, but somewhere like right there, there is a pretty significant arch out there. I am pretty sure that is probably Vampire Arch. I'm not positive, and to be honest with you, there's no way I'm going out there to confirm that today. And then I had thought I had spotted another arch somewhere out here. Right here, there's a little guy. We might walk out there and take a look. Looks like Krystal's enjoying a little siesta over there anyway, so I think we're fine. I'll probably go grab my pack and gallivant around just a little bit more. So here's that other little arch I said I saw. Let's climb up there and take a look. He's a little guy. It's kind of nice. I have no idea if this arch has any existing names or not. It doesn't look familiar, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's kind of a nice little arch. Nice view through them. So that's what I think is Java rock over there. And then the one I was saying I think is Vampire Arch is right there. I'm pretty certain that that's Vampire Arch. Okay, I spent some time. I tried to shoot this arch. Unfortunately, I made the stupid decision to leave my widest lens in the car because I didn't want to carry it. But I'm kind of okay with it anyway because the lighting is horrendous right now. I mean, it's midday. It is 11:45. So it really wouldn't matter. I'm going to have to plan to come out here and shoot this properly at sunset sometime. We've taken a little break. We're going to go start hiking out. I want to check out Java Rock still. I didn't forget about that. And I want to go look at this guy over here on the off chance that it's anteater and I'm just looking at it from the wrong side. I don't think it is. What do you think, Krystal? Is it an anteater?
No, I don't think it's close enough to the ground.
Yeah, I think I agree with her. But we'll check it out. And then, honestly, at that point, we're probably just going to get in the wash and beeline back to the car. Technically, if I swung really wide here and followed the other wash, there are a bunch of other arches that I'm pretty sure I know all the coordinates for. I think we're going to skip them for now in the interest of time and go do some other things in Joshua Tree. This is our last day in the park on this trip, so ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So from this angle, you can see pretty clearly why it's called Java Rock. The resemblance is pretty astounding. It won't come across on camera, but right there, that is 100% an arch. And actually, standing right here, out there, there's another arch. So we might hit that on the way out, actually. So it's 100% not anteater arch, but this is one of the other arches I saw. Regardless, I took a photo, documented him. And like I said, when I was back at Java Rock, on the other side of the wash, I think I saw another one. So on the way out, I'm gonna try to hit it. Other than that, we're just gonna hit the wash and get the heck out of Dodge, so. Okay, Krystal gets credit for spotting this guy. I ran off to check it out rather. He's pretty cool. He's like a little double arch and he's got a bunch of windows right here. Let's take a look from the other side. I think he actually looks a little bit better from the other side. We were hoping maybe it was anteater from a distance. It is not for sure, but regardless, he's a cool little arch. You can see he's got a couple little openings there. We still have that other arch across the wash to check out. I think that's going to be the last thing, but I think I've said that probably 15 times at this point, and I just keep spotting more stuff. And honestly, I saw like 15 other things out that way that I could easily get distracted wandering off to go look at. Okay, it's not the other arch I saw. I think it's around the corner here. But I did find this little guy. It's just arches all around here. I think the other one I saw somewhere over here. I'll take a quick look. I'm not gonna go real far looking for this one. Okay, yeah, it was just a little further down than I thought. So he's up there, but I'd be remiss if I didn't point out a little hole there. Just a little window. Let's go up here and take a look at this guy. Yeah, so there he is. That's what I saw from across the way. So we got this one. I think it looks kind of like a skull. Krystal said that she can see it being kind of like a Spartan helmet, which I can see that too. Kind of cool. But we're just kind of hooking around, getting back into the main wash here. And once we do that, it should be pretty smooth sailing back to the car. Maybe like a 2-3 mile hike back, but through a flat wash shouldn't be too bad. I doubt you can see it way off in the distance, but I can spot my car way out there. A little less than a mile off, so we're pretty much done. I think we're gonna end the video here. What'd you think?
Oh, sorry, what?
What'd you think of the hike?
I was just kind of tired now.
Yeah, it's a little hot now. Sun's beating
Midday.
down on us and we're just hiking through open desert. But like I said, I see the car. It's a little less than a mile, I think, so we should be out of here pretty soon. But overall, I think this was a fantastic day. We found most of what I wanted to find. Didn't find anteater, but that's okay. I'm still very happy with what we did. And with that, I guess, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.